Hello there, I'm Rob Just with PAC-B TV, and here we are at Baldwinsville Theater Guild. That must mean there's a show coming up. I'm joined with Catherine Woods, who is Managing Director of the theater. So you may be able to hear a little background rehearsal. So we are at rehearsal. What's the show coming up?
The Wedding Singer, based on the popular 1990s movie starring Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore.
And we'll be speaking with a few of the actors, the director, so we'll get into more of that.
Correct.
Yeah, we won't get into all of it. Right,
Yeah.
good. So where are we in the season?
So this is our final show of our 83rd season. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Wow.
83rd season. So next year we head into our 84th season. We've already got a great lineup. We're doing Hair, and we'll be back at the Everson for that,
Awesome.
just like we were with Rent. So that will be in February. And then we're bringing back our May show, and we are doing a very appropriate bicentennial favorite, 1776.
Oh,
But
classic.
we're going to put a little spin on it and do it from as the men's point of view, but being told by women. So the entire cast is going to be female, which is kind of amazing because that was not a voice that was heard very well during the Revolutionary War. And then we hit the ground running with our summer programming again, and the big kids will be doing Seussical.
Oh, that's my favorite.
It's a great show, great show. And then our little kids will be doing something called Dare to Dream, which is a Disney review. So it'll take all kinds of Disney songs and put them in a review format. And then we're still kind of working out the particulars for our final October show of 2026.
So this is the last show of the season.
This is the last show of this season.
How was the
yes.
season overall?
It was amazing.
Good.
It was an amazing season. We had such great attendance for all of our shows, for some of our special events. We are planning on bringing back some special events next year like we had this year, like our Tony party. We're going to change it up a little bit and make it more a celebration of Central New York theater instead of focusing closely on the Tonys, but still having it during Tony season. And then we'll have our enchantment at the zoo like we've had the last couple years, which is always a popular come meet and greet your favorite princesses and superheroes. So
I saw pictures from that. It looked
it
wonderful.
was beautiful.
Yeah.
We have a great time. We actually partner now with the official Never Grow Up character events, which that was their soft launch this past year.
Oh,
so,
good. Okay.
Amazing group of people.
So the Wedding Singer is going to be held right here.
Right here, yep.
On October 17th, 18th, and 19th.
Correct, and then the following weekend also.
24th,
Yep.
25th, 26th. Tickets can be gotten online.
Online at our website, www.baldwinsvilletheaterguild.org.
It's a mouthful.
Not ER. You can also call our box office, which we're actually in the middle of retraining a new box office manager. So if you don't get somebody, leave a message. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Or they can email us at the baldwinsvilletheaterguild@gmail.com email address, and they might get some quicker response that way.
Now, you said this is the 83rd year. This is all 100% volunteer theater.
Yes.
That's amazing,
Yes,
and it's lasted 83 years.
83 years, yeah, it's amazing. We have an amazing kind of staff now that really helps kind of tie the whole season together with some consistency. But then our board of directors has just been fabulous. This latest board of directors has been really hands-on, which has been really nice to have. And then obviously all our production teams and our casts and crews, and partnering with the high schools to do a lot of our run crew with the kids. So it gives them a little bit of backstage theater education in addition to their school productions, because let's face it, it's always good to have other experiences other than just the one person. So it allows them to come in and gives them an education. A lot of times it gives our our cast in education too, of working with different
Good.
Students and stuff.
And you're always looking for volunteers. I'm
Always
assuming.
looking for volunteers. So if you go to our website, there is a little click button now that says volunteer, and you click that and it'll take you to our volunteer website. That'll tell you how to volunteer. It has ways to volunteer, like right now our ushering tabs are up for the wedding singer. So if you want to see the show for free and help us out, you can volunteer that way by becoming an usher for any one of our productions.
So October 17th, 18th, 19th, 24th, 25th, 26th.
Yes.
Get on the website, get your tickets. They're going to go fast.
They are.
This is a heck of a show.
Great music. Great. It's so 80s nostalgic. It's
One of my
wonderful.
favorite movies. Came out in '98. It's kind of turned into a cult classic.
It has, but the cult classic of the 90s that actually takes place in the 80s.
Right.
What more could you want?
So we'll be back in a few minutes with some of the actors, actresses, production people.
Yep.
So thank you for your time,
Thank you.
and we can't wait for October 17th.
Yay.
There's a big shiny future you've been dying to buy. Gonna start power lunch with powers high. You can't wait for fate to somehow intervene. If you wanna be somebody, it's all about the greed. It's all about the greed. Some say you had down a crooked trail, but if you sell your soul, at least you've made a sale. You can end world hunger or create a vaccine, but if you wanna be somebody, it's all about the greed. Wanna be somebody, it's all about the greed. Wanna be somebody, it's all about the big bucks, fat checks, midnight flights to LAX, slush funds, high fives, trading stocks and trading wives, casinos, averages, buying out the Japanese, land deals down in Boca, doing drinks with Ayacoca. Yeah, it's all about the greed. Wanna be somebody, it's all about the greed. Wanna be somebody, it's all about the
Hey, Julia, just got back from Seattle. There's a coffee shop there that's thinking about going national. Did you get my memo on that?
Nobody's ever gonna pay $3 for a cup of coffee. Now get me some real tips. I got something. My brother-in-law works for Coca-Cola. They're changing their formula. Gonna call it New Coke. New Coke. That's brilliant! Buy every last stock of Coca-Cola that you can get your hands on. See, Robbie? It's all about the greed. Wanna be somebody. It's all about the greed. Wanna be somebody. It's all about the bank rolls, legal tender, strippers screaming.
Hey, big spender.
Cutthroat, firm expansion, regroup at the Playboy Mansion. Blue chips, pink slips, foreign games and ego trips. Bank boys getting fancy. Yeah, it's all about the greed. Wanna be somebody.
Welcome back. I am joined with Katie and Hannah, and Katie plays
Julia.
Julia, who, for all you people who watch the movies, Drew Barrymore.
Yes.
Hannah, and who do you play?
I play Holly. She's her cousin.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about the roles that you're playing. Whoever wants can go first.
So Julia is kind of this nerdy, she's a strange little woman, but she is engaged to Glenn and is kind of in love with him for all the wrong reasons. He's rich, he's handsome, but he's not the nicest of gentlemen. So she ends up meeting Robbie, and then they have a kind of will they, won't they situation to figure out who she's gonna end up with.
Cool.
And I play the bold and brash New Jersey cousin who is constantly getting in little one-liners and little digs and trying to convince Julia, you should stay with Glenn. He's the one for you because he's stable, he's got money, he will give you happiness in the end. But then she's also friends with Robbie and she realizes, okay, well, maybe they will be good for each other. Go get the girl.
So is there a little bit of these characters in each of you in real life, or is it the furthest from?
Julia is very similar to me. I like to think that she's like me with the volume turned up a little bit, like her crazy side a little
Okay.
bit shows up a little bit more. My crazy side shows up a little bit more, but I am more of the like reserved kind
Okay.
of like put together.
I totally agree. I definitely think Holly is she's gonna say it if she means it kind of girl, which I'm not always like that, but she's definitely silly. She's one of the guys, she's one of the girls. So I definitely think in that aspect, like very flamboyant, very out there. I think I can relate to that.
Great casting.
Absolutely.
Now, is this your first roles with Baldwinsville Theater Guild, or have you been involved with them in the past?
I've never been involved here before. This is
Okay.
my first time.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about other productions in the Syracuse area? Are you involved in the theater locally?
I've done some stuff with Rarely Done Productions,
Yep.
and I used to do shows with Casanova College before they closed. But I did community shows there as well.
I've done some community theater up in Rome. Did a couple of things out in Auburn, but in Syracuse, no. I don't know.
So this is your first?
Yep.
Wow. How'd you guys hear about Baldwinsville Theater Guild?
I heard about it through the director. She used to work with my husband, so they kind
Okay.
of made that happen.
I ushered for Pippin and kind of wanted to get to know some of these people, so decided I'd put my hat in the ring.
So what's your favorite, either of you, both of you, what's your favorite role of all time that you've played?
I played Columbia in Rocky Horror, and we did a Halloween show. That
Wow.
was my favorite. It was insane. I've never experienced anything like that.
My junior year of high school did Mary Poppins and was Mary Poppins, and that was really fun because they brought in the flying rig and did the whole shebang.
So were you both very active in theater growing up, elementary school, high school?
Yeah, I started in 6th grade and have been in it pretty much all the way through.
I started when I was 4 with Syracuse Children's Theater.
Really?
And then went to SUNY Fredonia for theater as well.
Wow.
So, been doing it for a while.
So it was in your blood. Okay. That's typically how it is.
Yeah.
with theater. It's in your blood. It's, any other family members that were in theater, like older brothers or sisters, or?
My brother and sister did the musicals all through high school. My mom actually started doing community shows when I started because she was driving me there and then figured she should just stay. So,
Oh, neat. Okay.
yeah.
Similar, my brother and sister did it in high school as well. And my brother does a lot of pit orchestration now in like Little Falls, Herkimer, Rome, Utica. And he's actually understudying for a production next week.
So what other activities do you guys do outside of your life? What other?
Well, right now, not a
Right
lot.
now it's this. Right now you're here.
I'm a music therapist, so I work in schools and I hang out with my 3-year-old.
Okay.
That's my life.
So okay. Now my next question is, what do you do? What's your
sorry.
real life?
Sorry.
Yeah. What's your real life? But that's okay.
I work a lot. I like to hike, like to walk the dog.
What job? What do you do?
I work front end at an HVAC company out in Syracuse.
Okay.
So working with heating
Okay.
and cooling.
And you're a music therapist
Yes.
with
yeah.
a school system?
With a preschool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, neat. Okay. Anything else you want to add before? Great show, right?
It's a great show.
Is it anything like
so
the movie?
Much fun.
I can't wait to see it.
This cast is incredible. I've never worked with a cast like this. Like from day one, the songs were phenomenal. The dancing has been phenomenal. You're not gonna want to miss this one.
Greatest endorsement right there. So everybody, get your tickets now. I can't wait till October 17th. Let's just start seeing it. All right. Well, thank you both.
Thank you.
You can
Thank
head
you.
back out and rehearse.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wanna be somebody. It's all about the corporate hacks, like stabbing backs and twisting arms real slow. But you only holler uncle if your uncle is the CEO. Yeah, it's all about the greed. Wanna be somebody. It's all about the greed. Wanna be somebody. It's all about the quick deal, liquidation, SNL deregulation, Grand Slam, strong gainer, Dershowitz, on retainer output. Income skimming off a tiny stone. Reaganomics, quid pro quo, the GOP is SRO. Yeah, it's all about the green. Wanna be somebody. It's all about the green. Wanna be somebody. It's all about the kickbacks, payola, inside tip, Pepsi Cola, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, worshiping the milk and cones, old cigars, this Camaro, Yuki Era, more than narrow. Oh! Let's make some money. It's all about the green. Wanna be somebody. It's all about the green. Wanna be somebody. It's all about the green. Wanna be somebody. About the green. Wanna be somebody. About the green. All about the green.
Cool, guys. Great. Okay, I want to do the opening because I want to get something, or not the opening, the finale, because that has everybody. So let's do the finale, and we should run it because we haven't done it in a minute. So let's clear the desk to the corner. Chairs, just if you guys want to just put the chairs out of the way, under the platforms is fine. Yep. Somebody help out with the white table, because the white table could just go on top of the desk for now. And let's just get set. Can we just go to the part of the finale? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Robbie Hart. Yeah,
Well, welcome back. I'm now joined with the brains of the operation. We have right here Jana, who is the director, and then Marshall, who is the music director, and then Amy, who is the associate choreographer. We've been hearing nothing but great things about the show, but I'm a big fan of the movie. Okay, it kind of has. I thought it's kind of turned into this cult classic. I love it, but totally. I know a lot of people who have no clue what The Wedding Singer is. So can you give us just give us a little background as to what it is, what the gist of it.
Absolutely. So The Wedding Singer tells the story of Robbie Hart, who is, get this, a wedding singer in New Jersey in the 80s. And he loves singing at weddings. He becomes, the life of the party every time he does. He's dancing the moms around the room. He's best friends with the cousins and everybody by the end of the night. And he's engaged to a girl named Linda. And so they're about to get married, and maybe it doesn't work out so well in the end, but he has his bandmates, Sammy and George, who help him out, and then he also has some of the girls who work at the banquet hall that he works at performs weddings at, and that is, oh my gosh, I almost just called them by their actors' names. Katie and Hannah, who play Julia and Holly. And maybe there's some sparks flying between Robbie and Julia, but Julia is engaged to someone else. So it's kind of a little star-crossed lovers in New Jersey in the 1980s with big hair and loud music.
Mm-hmm. Big hair, that's the key.
Yeah, it's important.
So how's it been so far? A lot of fun?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because it's a great show and the
Yeah.
music is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just fun. We were talking about the fact that, there's a lot of heaviness in the world right now. It's really a nice breath of fresh air to come in and just do something that's just fun for the sake of being fun. Just kind of lets you leave the worries at the door for a little bit and just really immerse yourself in this world that's full of a lot of joy.
So, especially for like the music director, choreographer, when you're working with a set show that's already been around, how does your role change? It's like you're not coming up with the music, and are you putting different nuances on the dances, or are you just teaching them what you're getting from the production company?
So I think a lot of people know the movie probably more than they know the stage show.
Right.
And within the movie, there are a lot of established songs, but those are not the songs that are in this show. These songs are all unique to this show.
Except for the one.
Except for one.
Right.
There are two. There are two
Okay.
really iconic ones. We'll let you come and see the show so you can see which ones they are. But there are two really iconic songs that they did keep. But on the whole, all of these are new and original songs. So yeah, we will probably pull influences from time to time in some of those things because there's really iconic 80s dance moves that you want to see that everybody's looking for. They're going to point to and go, oh my gosh, I totally know that move. I used to do that.
I remember that, right?
I remember that, exactly. But within that, we try to make it our own. So we're really pulling from a lot of these 80s influences. We've pulled some things from Beat It. We're doing things like the sprinkler and, again, these moves that people will recognize. But also you're dealing with a lot of people that don't dance or don't have, enormously extensive dance backgrounds. So within that, we're also trying to do moves that are accessible, moves that can work within the set with the people that we're working with, and also that just feel unique and fresh to us. We don't want to do anything that's too derivative, anything that feels like you've seen that before. If you're coming to any of these productions, it's really because you want to see a new take on it. How is BTG going to put on The Wedding Singer?
And similarly, when we're talking about the music, there's the two songs that appear in the movie that are borrowed by the stage show, but all the other songs are written really well to keep in mind the styles of the 80s. We've got songs that are very Billy Idol influenced, or The Cure, or David Bowie, and then we have Richard Marx in there. All these different kinds of like musicians are kind of sampled almost in the writing of the songs, and then my job is to kind of help the cast stylize it, how these pop singers would be singing it in the 80s and making it feel like, oh, this could have been playing on the radio when I was driving around in the 80s. This feels like it's appropriate for that, and it flows so nicely into the kind of music that is actually from the movie. It's seamless. It really feels like it all is one cohesive idea.
So you're kind of putting your own twist on the whole show. So it's not just cookie cutter, taking it off the shelf, which a lot of people, I think that's the way it is. Oh, The Wedding Singer or whatever the show is, I've seen that before. So it's your own twist for the local talent.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I think the people that we bring in too heavily influence the directions that we take, be it from the music, from the choreo, but we're really trying to take a look at who's the cast of people that we're working with here and how can we best showcase all of their incredible talents.
That was my next question.
Oh,
yeah. Our
How do you tailor it to the cast that you have? But now you answer that. Good.
Absolutely.
Our cast is unbelievably phenomenal.
Stellar.
I mean, we had a fantastic turnout of local talent at auditions, making our decisions of who to put in what roles. Enormously difficult, but it was such a joy I still remember callback night and watching the guys called back for Robbie and just absolutely just cackling at how funny they were. And you'll see that on stage here. Like, every single person in the show has little moments here and there that I'll be in the back of rehearsal just laughing to myself because I think they're so funny. Their voices are incredible, and they're all just so fun to watch, and they are such a creative and collaborative group. I think everyone kind of can walk away, our cast, from this show feeling like they had their own mark and their own stamp on this project, that it wasn't just me telling them where to go and what to do. It was really such a group and collaborative experience, and it's just been such a joy, and I can't wait for people to see it.
Without the creativity of their artistry, it definitely does fall flat, I think. It's their little moments that they're coming up with, musical ideas, dance ideas, acting ideas, that they're really bringing this to life and making it a very funny one moment and then really endearing and really touching in another moment. It kind of checks all the boxes. Yeah.
And now, I'm in kind of a unique position of I'm not only associate choreographer, I'm actually in the show, I'm in the ensemble.
Okay.
And so it's really interesting to kind of see, like, the foundations that Jenna and Marshall are giving to the cast, but then watching people on stage, the choices that they're making, how they're interacting with one another, how those interactions again are informing those decisions, and then that's the stuff that really brings it all to life. Is once it's handed over, we can give them so much, but then they really flourish and make it their own.
This isn't your first BTG.
No,
You're all
BTG vets.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, have you two been on the other side?
Yes, yes.
So you're all
We're all
kind of grown up on
Yeah.
both sides
Yeah,
of
both
the.
sides,
And
yes.
I know you're also on the board and the treasurer.
Well, I was the secretary for a while, but I'm no longer on the board of directors
Okay.
anymore. But I'm still helping out in a volunteer coordinator
Okay.
position, and then of course on this side as the director.
Now, do you guys do a lot of other, shows in the area outside of?
Yeah, definitely.
So you're active doing.
Yeah. I think we've all been involved with both BTG, and then all three of us have been involved with Covey Theater Company as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then Marshall and I also co-direct the Wellwood Middle School musical every year
Oh,
in
okay.
Fayetteville,
Yep,
Manlius,
yep.
where we both work. So that's also like a really great experience. So we've also been on this side together before too, which is cool.
So okay, you mentioned you work at Wellwood, but what's your, outside of all of the theater, what's your real jobs or what's your
So,
real life? Go ahead.
I am an elementary school librarian at Mott Road Elementary School
Okay.
in Fayetteville, Manlius.
I'm a middle school choir teacher at Wellwood in Fayetteville, Manlius.
Okay.
And I am a public librarian at the Onondaga Free Library.
Well, public service. I
Yeah,
love it.
absolutely.
I love it.
We're a good team.
Yeah, we actually do have quite a array of librarians and a lot of teachers in our cast this time around.
The public service giving, yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. Anything else you want to add?
Come see this show. I mean, it sounds
That's
silly,
my line, but that's okay.
No,
go
really,
ahead.
really. I think, like what Amy said, I think right now, especially, the world feels a little heavy. It feels like there's a lot of heavy stuff going on. And it's such a joy to come in every night and just come and laugh. And laugh. And laugh and laugh and laugh.
And it's not a real deep. I mean, you can
You'll be
just sit back.
surprised.
You
There
can
are
just sit back
moments.
and enjoy the music, the dancing,
And that's the thing, there are
and not have to
definitely
think.
moments in there, but this is not like, you're not going to have to, gears don't have to be turning
Exactly,
all the
right.
time. You don't have to be trying to parse a lot of pieces together. Really, there are these really touching and endearing moments that we get, but the point of this is just set everything aside for 2 hours, come in, laugh, be touched by some of the quiet, sweeter moments between some of the characters, and just let everything else go for a little while.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank you.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
I can guarantee that love will always find you. When it's your wedding day, all our problems melt away. If you count on me, 'cause love is what, yes, love is what I do.
I do.
Welcome back. Now we are with the guys of the show. With me here we've got Tyler sitting next to me, who is Adam Sandler. How many times you hear that, right? We have Andrew, who plays Sammy, and Derek, who plays George. So for anyone who hasn't seen the movie, that probably doesn't mean anything. So start with you. Tell us a little bit about your character.
Sure, George is kind of an interpretation of Boy George, so he's a bit flamboyant, he's a bit artsy, he's a lot of fun, and he brings a lot of humor to the show, which is great because I'm a very funny person in my own life, so I can kind of match my energy personally into that kind of character with all of his little quips that he puts into the show.
So Sammy's kind of a wise character, to use a friendly term. What would you say is stereotypical guy of the 1980s from North Jersey? Very, very opinionated, very, very self-obsessed. You know, everyone has a friend like that or an uncle. Chances are they might be single. Wink, wink, nod, nod.
And that's the Adam Sandler role named Robbie. He's a man who he loves life, he loves love. He has aspirations to be a rock star, and he's currently in a wedding singer, which he's satisfied with, even if his fiancée at the time is not.
Now, are any of these roles similar to your real life?
Mine
You already said it was, yeah.
Yeah, mine is definitely not too much of a stretch from who I am as a real person. I think it's kind of just a heightened version of who I am in my real life.
Honestly, same. I'm going to be 100% honest. And I say that in a loving way. And if you see the show, you'll kind of get it. But one of my friends said, this is going to be good for you. Playing this role is going to be good for you. And as I'm, in the role and embodying it, now I'm like, yes, I see.
I would say similar. It's a very heightened version of myself. I like to sing a lot and just have similar hopes and views on life as Robbie.
Now, is this whose first role with BTG? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you went right to the top to get the top.
I am a vet with BTG. I have done just about everything you can imagine. I've been on stage, off stage, in the pit, so I'm no stranger to BTG.
Now, do you all three do other productions outside of here? Like, are you very active in the theater community in Syracuse?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm very much.
I mean, I'm somewhat new, but I've done stuff with other theater companies, just kind of getting back into being, on stage versus behind a camera, which is kind of my...
So you've been on both sides, the same? Okay.
Yeah.
And what about...
Oh, as far as,
well, in terms of other productions, what have you...
Yes, I've worked with, I think I've been doing theater in Syracuse for about 20 years at this point. So if there's a company in Syracuse, I've probably worked with them, but this is still my first with BTG.
Okay. Have you been on both sides also, or strictly the acting?
Strictly acting. I did some directing in college. But
Wow, okay.
Find out being on stage.
What do you guys prefer? Front of the camera, behind the camera, brains of the operation?
I think there's a fun bond you get with the people in the show when you're part of the cast that you miss out on when you're in the production staff. So I think as far as the community building, I prefer to be in the cast. But it is kind of fun to be somebody who is behind the scenes because you get to watch the whole show come to life and know I had a hand in making that happen, even if I wasn't the person that the audience got to see make it happen. So I think there's kind of pros and cons to each. I guess I probably prefer cast, if only for the sense of I get to learn all the songs and I actually get to sing them, as opposed to just singing them in my shower afterwards.
I mean, you might not believe this, I'm kind of shy, but I'm an adjunct professor at Newhouse at Syracuse, and so for me, actually getting involved in acting was a challenge that I put on myself to be in the position of my students, having to make their own films, having to write their own films and produce them, being behind the camera and teaching film production. I didn't understand what it must feel like for them having to be in front of the camera on a stage. So about a year ago I said, I'm just going to audition for something.
So you just started Holy cow.
Yeah.
So you're late into the, because most people are in it for life, that, ever since they could walk, they were on stage and...
When I was young, but yeah, this is the third show I've done in the past 2 years, but before that it was like a 20-year break for me, ever since like high school, like, drama club and stuff.
Right. And same with you in terms of high school, and you were involved in...
Yeah, as far as school theater goes, I would say I got a late start. I came from Cicero North Syracuse, so a lot of kids would start in middle school, but I didn't really start until I was a junior in high school. And I would do it through like college and stuff like that, but I didn't really get back into community theater in this area until I did a chorus line with BTG a couple years ago. So that was kind of my return to local Syracuse theater. But since then, I've just been, I feel like, a regular staple in BTG and in Covey Theater Company. I've been in a couple Central New York Playhouse, so I move around wherever they see me fit.
And what about you, Tyler? Did you Ever since you could walk, you were on stage?
I'll say ever since sixth grade when I did the middle school musical, and every time, like when I finished high school, I thought, all right, I guess that's done with acting, and then I found there was a club in my college, and then I'm like, all right, after college I'll be done, but then I discovered there were companies.
Well, you're never done. I found out you're never done within the theater. Favorite role of all time that you played?
That I've ever played in my
Yes.
life
Yeah.
would have to be from my favorite musical. I played William Barfay in the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. That was not the one BTG did a few years ago. That was
Right.
one I did in college. But I love it because every character is so quirky, and mine had to spell all of his words with his foot, which was fun. And he went on to win. So at the end of the day, I got to have a really cool part. So I think that's probably the best role I've ever had.
That was quick with the answer, so it must have been.
Role I've ever had? Wow, I'd say probably this. Honestly, this is
Because
this
it's
is the
newer.
first lead role I've ever had. I don't really have anything to compare it to. Maybe when I was in middle school, I was Big Julie and Guys and Dolls, but like you're
No,
on
this is a good
scene,
one.
you
No, this
know.
is a good one, yeah.
Yeah, so I was young, but.
Tyler, what about you, since you've got a vast to pick from?
Honestly, I'd have to say I was at a production of Mice and Men with Central New York Playhouse in 2017, and I played Curly. And that was my favorite, mostly because that is one of my favorite books, if not my favorite book, and I just enjoyed being a part of a story that I love so much.
Now, in The Wedding Singer, you guys are all bandmates, right?
Yes.
Okay. Was that?
This is Tyler gave this to me right before. I'm gonna want to use this. It's so pretty.
So outside of the theater stuff, okay, you already said you're an adjunct professor.
Right.
What's your real life?
I'm a music teacher at Wellwood Middle School in FM's district, and I do a little bit of band, a little bit of chorus, a little bit of general music, but I'm also the music director for their junior musicals there. So I do theater for my day job, I do theater for fun. It's kind of just always in my life.
Tyler?
For money, I'm a legal assistant. For fun, I do this, acting, singing, and I also enjoy writing fiction.
Oh, wow, okay. Good, good. Anything last things to add to the audience out there? Other than buy tickets and come.
This show is so much fun.
Yes.
I feel like so
That's
many
what we've been
companies,
hearing.
so many companies in the area are really branching out into fancy shows or artsy shows or very serious shows. I feel like we're not seeing as many just good, funny, silly shows. You know, it's not a 3-hour musical and it doesn't take itself too seriously. So I think the biggest takeaway is if you buy a ticket, you're gonna leave feeling good about it because you're gonna spend 2 hours laughing. And it's, I don't know, I like doing that when I go see a show, and I think there's a place for serious musicals, but I think there's a place for funny ones too.
You might have to break it up.
Yes.
Well said.
Well said is right. I think we'll end it on that one. So October 17th is the first night. Make sure you get your tickets. I'm sure they're going to go fast. And thank you guys, and we're looking forward to seeing you up on stage.
Thank you.
Thanks.